Hello, guys, and welcome back to Tomato GFX. Today, we are going to talk about hardware requirements because till now we have talked about software and what is theory about graphic designing, but you will need a hardware as you need a tool to create your ideas and magic in this field. So, before continuing, I will just add a note here that in a tech field, your system will get more and more good as you keep putting in more and more money into it. There's no specific limit for how best of best hardware I can get in best of the best money because you can get more and more options because things are evolving very fast and we also have many options also. So today I'll be telling you the baseline where you should invest your money and how much you should invest your money. So let's go. So here's a description about you can take a screenshot of this, and here's a descriptions about laptop builds, that what type of build you should go for. By the way, there are two types of processors. One is provided by Intel and one is provided by Ryzen. So, on my opinion, Ryzen is kind of more on processing. Intel is kind of like not that of a power CPUs now. So, our first choice is for budget laptops. So, on a note that if you are taking a budget laptop, it won't work in After Effects and Premiere Pro, which are good software, and in future we would be learning them also. Keeping in mind the budget build laptops are not future proof. So if you are diving into graphic designing and you just want to be in this field, then you should go for a good laptop, because for a budget laptop you will just learn two softwares or three softwares, and after that your laptop won't help you to upgrade yourself, or you cannot change your laptop. Because if you are investing in a budget laptop first, then you cannot generate an income and then invest in a good laptop. That's a time taking procedure. So let's discuss a budget build. The processor which have U at the back is the weakest one, and the processor which have HS or HX are the best in the market. In the Intel i5 series, you will see an U and HX at the end. So be known of it when you're buying a laptop. Just check the processor back number before buying a laptop. After that, minimum you need an 8 GB RAM. That's minimum, because every software need minimum 4 to 6 GBs, and your OS would also need 2 GBs of RAM. So keep in mind you should have an 8 GBs of RAM in your laptop minimum. After that, storage I prefer it should be, for starters, 512. For budget builds it's too less, but according to me, you will find this laptops listed on Amazon around 40,000 Indian rupees, 40,000 Indian rupees, and this would be around 50,000, because Intel just sells their processor on a higher rate. I don't know why, although they are less on performance, but just charging more money on maybe looks. So after budget build, we comes to the good laptops where we have Ryzen 7, or which has an HS in the back. HS processors are mainly computed for high creative tasks or gaming tasks. So we are not going for the gaming, but we are going for the fast processing. And the good laptops will have a GPU. A GPU is very important in any task we are performing in graphic. And these laptops are kind of good in video editing also. So they are on budget builds. You can also search for a YouTube tutorial for a good budget laptop, but your laptop should have a graphic card in it, which is very important. And I prefer, with my experience, I've seen that Nvidia is far more better than AMD graphic card. If you see a GPU and it says Nvidia G4 RTX 3050 or 4050, that is a good option for you. And I guess these laptops will be around 60 to 80,000 in that range. You can also go for the Intel versions, which I have note down here. After the good laptop build, we comes to the extreme, Extremes are the one I have right now, and this is the same model number I having right now, but it's HX, which has the extreme power mode. Although the graphic card is lesser on my side, it is 4070 Super, so that makes a difference. But yeah, it's an Asus Strike 16. But you can get these out of the budget, because if you are going for editing and full-fledged graphic designing, 3D modeling, and heavy duty task, like you just want to explore everything, so you can go for an extreme build, and these laptops can charge up to 1 to 2 lakhs. So keep in mind that if you are just dedicated to it, and only if you have that budget, you should invest it. Laptops are compact, portable, and easy to use, but there's an option where you can use your PC builds. You can build your own PC. That would be cheaper than buying a laptop, but you know everything has its own pros and cons. So laptops are less on processing, and sometimes they heat up also. On other hand, PCs are very durable, very less heating, because they all have their own cooling system in it. But laptops don't have that powerful cooling systems. So there's a difference between both of them. So let's discuss some PC builds. Like if you are a guy who wants to build his own PC, so you can also build a PC. So let's discuss on PC builds. So in our AMD side, you can see the best processor you can get is Ryzen 5, which is an entry level thing, and you should have an 500 GB SSD. You should have an SSD. SSD is preferred because HDD is also an hard disk storage, which can be up to 2 TBs, but HDDs are very slow, laggy, and also corrupt very easily. On other hand, SSDs are very fast and very helpful in major tasks. So on builds, on budget sections, we have Ryzen 5. On good section, we have Ryzen 7, 7X series. And on top build, we can get Ryzen 9. But in PC builds, best thing you should keep in mind is you can add an integrated GPU, and also you can make a good build right now, and after that, if you just want to make it future proof, you can get a good motherboard, and after some time, when you start earning or you get money from any freelance clients, you can add on your PC build parts and all that. So on peripherals, I won't be making a video on peripherals like keyboard, mouse. You can find them online. For right now, I'm just using a Razer Viper Mini, and it is very durable. It's working for me from 5 years. Although I have learned graphic designing on a budget build, but that was a very, very hard and frustrating part of my journey, because it cannot open Photoshop also. Like it was very hard to open Photoshop in it. I have to use overclocking settings, and after that, it could just open Photoshop. So that was a very frustrating part. So that's why I just suggesting you to make a budget build. Yeah, in starting I grabbed a job with the budget build. Then with time I just upgraded my stuff by just reinvesting all the money I got from the clients and job. Oh, so that's all about hardwares. Anyone who is just planning to buy an hardware right now, just keep in mind you should have a graphic card. uh, like most suggestive from my side is you should have a graphic card in it, and you should have an HS processor. If you it's in laptop, it should have an HS processor, or if you are just building a desktop PC, then you should have a Ryzen 7 processor, latest gen, with X processing. The mouse should be good enough, because it is going to be working a lot and lot, because my Razer Viper Mini has also so many scratch marks now, because of a harsh working I do on it. And also I have also heard about graphic tablets, and you don't need a graphic tablet in beginning. because graphic tablets are for the artists, the digital artists, and the digital artist form is very different from a graphic designer. So you don't need a graphic tablet or graphic pen. So that's it about what hardware you need. So choose your hardware according to you and build your hardware. And after this section, we would be probably jumping to the Illustrator. So stay tuned for Illustrator classes. And that's all for today. Take care.